Hi, I'm Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot, and I am here in Cairo, Egypt with Dr. Abe, and that is not his whole name. He's got quite a number of names, and so I'm going to ask him to say his name.
My name is Jayanat Abe Vikrama.
Oh yes?
Yes.
Isn't there more to it than that?
I have three names. First one is Chaminda Jayanat Abe Vikrama.
Okay. All right, well that's good enough. And some people call you Dr. J, is that correct?
Yes.
Or simplicity.
Yes.
And when I say Dr. Abe, is that correct? Good enough?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So Dr. Abe, I have met you on my trip here in Egypt with Carmen Balter, and we have gone to many sacred sites and very interesting temples, obviously the Giza Plateau and the wonderful pyramids, and we have meditated in many places together and had a wonderful time. During this time, you spoke to me and you explained what it is you are doing in your life, and I found it interesting enough to want to make a video about it here, to introduce the Camelot audience to your work and to what you are about to do or you are involved in doing with Dr. Masaru Emoto. Isn't that correct?
Not really. I'm going to. I can explain you what has happened. I'm a traditional Ayurvedic doctor.
Okay.
31 generation. I go to forests, collect my herbs, make my own remedies, tablet, oil on my own, prescribe the patients, doing treatments like a classical Panchakarma treatment. But last 2-3 years, I have been transforming to other direction and using water as a best remedy. And I could heal the people just with water. And now I'm very curious, let Dr. Masaru Emoto to check crystals in my water. I have already spoke with him and he's very anxiously waiting for me when I find the time to energize the water and give him samples.
Okay. And so what has been happening is that you have been charging the water with your energy. So you have been energizing water and you are able to heal people, and you've talked about some people, some very specific cases that you have worked on. And I also, during this interview, would like to talk a little bit about where you raised money for the stupa in, I believe it was Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
And you are Sri Lankan?
The stupa is the world's biggest ancient Buddhist monument, which is more than 2,000 years old. There are much of Buddha's relics in it.
Oh, really? Okay. And so you raised money for this. Could you please describe what you told me in the process?
(2,550) Buddha's enlightenment anniversary came 2006 May full moon day. In Sri Lanka we have world's biggest Buddhist monument, which is more than 2,000 years old. close. It is as big as third biggest pyramid in Egypt, Giza. 2005, 26 December, we experienced tsunami that affected very much, a great disaster. After a few months, we have to renew world biggest Buddhist pyramid or the stupa. In Sri Lanka, we have UNICEF, UNESCO, even the cultural ministry and Buddhist ministry. Everyone told we don't have enough money for this project because we have given all the money for the rehabilitation projects. I love Buddha, I love Jesus because they are wonderful example for well-being and progress of humanity. Whatever reason we can give, I cannot leave that stupa in bad condition. Then I determine there's a message. Everything is a message. Tsunami, this situation. It is very important, right understanding, pure intention and pure goal. And I thought if my father had a gold mine or the diamond mine, it's not a problem. We have enough money. But I don't have money. I'm from poor country. I'm also not a rich person, but I have pure intention. Then I thought what I have inner peace, inner wisdom. I can create changes. Even a patient's life. And I wanted to offer world what I have, what I get as exchange. I don't like to use for my personal use. I want to dedicate for that project. And actually, by 2005, 31st July, I achieved all the money what I need to let work 75 people 3 months. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and money for their families, and also tons of materials what we need for that project.
Okay, and how did you do this?
I created a seminar called Gaining Prosperous and Health with Your Own Mind Power, and I taught in Germany. And summary of that seminar today available as a 60 verses as my book.
All right, you have written a book and it's called?
That's a summary of that seminars
I see.
that I have given raising funds for that
Right.
project.
And what is the name of the book?
60 verses.
60 verses. Okay. And perhaps we'll be able to show here
But at the moment
the
I
cover
don't.
of the book.
At the moment I don't have sample, but I will let you
You
look
can
at.
send it on the internet.
In America, there are some copies because I have some of the students. We call children of sons, and they have learned my science, and they have started practicing meeting people. They have copies. I let you to get.
Okay. And is this book for sale? Because some people might want to buy it on the internet. So it's, for
Yes,
example, from Amazon or anywhere like this.
Very good question. Everything in my life is other rhythm, other way. We have already printed 4 times that book without help of any bookshop. We have sold all the things, and this time
Okay.
one German doctor invested $40,000 and made wonderful 1,000 copies with my signature and hand numbered. And
I see.
that thing in America, many people like to give $100 helping a project we call the rice farming project, poison-free rice farming project. Who like to participate that project, they give $100. As a Sony, we give that book. In this way, we have.
I see. And this rice project, are you involved in this as well?
Yes, that's my idea.
I see. And what is that?
Most third world countries like Sri Lanka, agricultural countries, traditional rice farmers has wonderful wisdom about nature and everything. But past 40 years, we were taught by first world countries, please use fertilizer, then you get a more harvest, it's more profitable like that. Now we have experiencing many disasters and many disease, many side effects. As a doctor, I get many children, young people, many physical problems, health problems. Finally, I thought better eliminating cause than treating people. I have started them to ask poison-free rice farming. Now we don't use even a fertilizer. We have traditional method, traditional recipes like organic fertilizer. And actually I am very proud to say you, I have more than 1,000 ancient rice varieties, and I have more than 240 samples of ancient rice varieties.
Love it. Wonderful.
That's my research, what I have been doing last 12 years.
Okay, and as far as the stupa, you raised the money in Germany by doing the seminars and also from German people?
I can make it better. Normally I don't raise the money. What I do is a little other way. I have abilities to help the people, treating, healing. What I get, I am so far very much successful. What I get, more than enough for oneself, then I like to dedicate that money for projects.
I see. So actually you made the money and then you donated it
Exactly.
to your own
Because
cause.
so far I don't have wife or the children. I have sacrificed my life for betterness, well-being of the world and humanity. Then what I get actually I don't need.
I see.
I thought there are many children, their parents cannot send their own children to school. They cannot afford school books. But I can be father for such a children. I have already built a small place we call the Children's University in Sri Lanka, place called Anuradhapura.
Wonderful. Okay, so you have done all of this, and you are a very interesting individual. And on top of this, you are quite dedicated to enlightenment and to being in contact with your higher self and with the Creator through meditation. And what I would love you to talk about is this healing method that you have come to at this time.
I started my career as an Ayurvedic doctor, treating people, prescribing many things, using many techniques and methods. I have been doing that. It opened up my innocence, my previous life abilities, wisdom. And I saw wonderful opportunities and possibilities how we can treat people fast away. And actually, traditionally I started taking pulse reading as the main diagnostic method. Later I developed seeing colors of aura. Then analyzing colors of aura, I know which cells, which tissues, which organ, which system is responsible for the disorder or the disease. And I like to use natural methods because that is very healthy for the poor people. It doesn't cost anything. I use some sound waves, radiating some energy, vibrations, which create changes, colors of aura. If it go to deep pathology, cells, tissues, organs, systems levels.
Okay, so you use sound to some degree. Can you describe what kind of sound?
I try to transfer energies through my body chakras. To do that, I have to keep my mind very high state. How I breathe in and breathe out help me to keep my mind high states and radiate that energy. I use sound waves to be on that level. Actually, it's a side support creating sound waves like a swimming. You can be on water while you are doing like that. The sound waves help me to keep my mind high levels. That help me to radiate energy. Same energy I let water to absorb. Information and energy what I give to the water. People can feel the magnetic field. Perhaps I don't like use the magnetic field. Some energy field, some special feeling.
Okay, and can you describe, in other words, when you say sound, are you using chanting?
I produce tones, vibrations, and I'm aware of energy, what is creating like a cocoon. And when patient is totally covered by that cocoon, energy circle, and certain amount, and I analyze colors of it, then I stop it. When we do in a room, very clearly everyone can feeling that energy.
Now, on top of it, you've told me about a few little stories in which you've healed certain individuals, and it was sort of miraculous.
Actually, my patients built my path. Being a very young doctor, those I didn't have enough experience, but I became a doctor for our health minister. Then I was like a 20s. Within few months, I became a doctor for former Indian Prime Minister, Honorable Indra Kumar Gujral. And I found wonderful opportunity to treat wife of very famous American scientist who has done long research about dolphin with John Lilly. He has written a book, John Lilly's Sofa, about all the information of their research, Dr. Jeffrey Francis. And such people encourage me, China, I cannot believe what you have done with Ginny, my wife, but my heart accepts. You must have changed molecular structure of Ginny, that's why she's healthy. And I can still remember 2003, I was invited by Dr. Francis to come Carmel, and how he introduced myself to his friend doctor in Pebble Beach. He said, that's a young man who survived my wife.
Okay, and how did you help his wife, Dr. Francis's wife?
I can remember Dr. Francis visited Sri Lanka 2003 because he supported Dr. Arthur C. Clarke, who used to live in Sri Lanka. And at that time his wife was severely sick. They have to stop everything. Then she was taken to my clinic, and I read pulse, and reading pulse is not only diagnostic method for me, pulse healing. I do that method, and I gave her energy through body chakras. Then after 45 minutes she felt good, she felt she can eat something, so step by step she got better. Then Dr. Francis could not believe what has happened. Then Dr. Francis asked me, China, I like to pay for your time. Can you repeat what you have done? Then I showed what I did 2-3 hours with Dr. Francis' wife. Then Dr. Francis has videographed everything. And he read also my book. And he appreciated very much. He told China, as a scientist, we know science, but religious leaders tell something. Both are important for the well-being of humanity, but you are bringing spirituality and medical science together. That's the message what you are doing with your message that I heard from Dr. Francis.
Okay. Now, you also treated the minister of Sri Lanka?
Yeah, Sri Lankan health minister.
Health minister. Okay. That person. And what could you say? What was wrong with these people? In other words, did they have cancer? What was their diagnosis? You know?
I have already named their names. Because of that, I don't like to speak about their physical condition, because they're two persons. But I can tell you some examples. One British boy I met, 99. He had a nerve degenerative disease called Friedreich's ataxia. He told me it started when he was 11. When he was 17, situation got much worse. When I met him, he was 27 years old. He could not hardly walk. Many muscles, even here, got wasted. He could not speak out properly because wasting his muscles. And he told me, doctors told finally it's a genetic disorder. There's no proper treatment. And I have started treatment. Luckily, in 3 weeks, I saw he could speak better way. I did a 3 weeks treatment and I gave him a 6-month interval. Again, 3 weeks treatment. So within 2 years treatment, but one time takes 3 weeks, he got better. He got his muscles back. He started to walk.
Wonderful.
And I can tell his name is James Axton because he told doctor, I like to tell this message to world. I like to write about that. He loved. That's why I like to tell his name. He's from England. His name is James Axton.
Okay.
I can remember he came with his young girlfriend Naomi.
Okay, very good. And what about, there have been some other people that you've treated. Can you tell about those stories?
Because
Cancer.
I have great success with cancer. Because in Germany, there are psychologists, they are specialized in treating cancer. Especially they call cancer aftercare. I will refer many cancer patients to Sri Lanka from such a doctors. And actually, perhaps in my luggage I have some brochure. One cancer patient got better. She promised me one day I like to give this message back. Now she, this summer, June or the July, I started her center in Cologne.
I'm sorry, in where?
In Cologne.
Oh, Cologne.
Cologne in Germany.
In Germany, okay. So she's starting a center using your methods?
Using method, what she has learned and experienced when I treated her.
Okay.
And also some other methods.
I see. And can you use her name?
Yeah, her name is Christina Godlop. She has started a center called Raumkuss.
Okay, in Cologne, Germany. Yeah. Wonderful. So the basis though of your healing technique is starting to become charging the water. Is this correct?
Purifying the energy using body chakra and giving energy to body chakra and harmonizing, balancing energies in body cells, and with that correcting function of body cells, tissues, organs and body system. And I always ask and give some special meditation technique, sometimes intuitive. I found each person special technique. I think my patient have already collected some meditation technique, very easy and simple, but I have given such opportunities.
Okay, so you encourage your patients in meditation?
Very much.
Okay. Is there any other little stories that you might want to tell about your healing technique?
Yes, why I want to check my water with Dr. Masaru Emoto, because I can remember 2003 I got a 4-year-old child, name is Mika. He was 4 years old, he could not walk, he could not speak. He was a second child in the family. Mother has spent so much money, time, doing many things. Then I had some remedies, herbal teas and things what I could give. But I was not so happy to give something because they have to pay something, because they have already spent much money. My heart had so much compassion. Then I just took water and energized, gave information and asked mother, give 2 tablespoons morning and evening, 3 months time. In 1 year I saw Mika has started walk. And that's a wonderful experience what I have.
So you gave her the water,
Yeah.
and she gave her child 2 tablespoons a day
Yeah.
for about a year,
No, 3 months.
for 3 months.
I asked, giving information, I charged the water. I asked mother to give 2 tablespoons morning and evening. 3 months,
3 months.
12 weeks.
Okay. And then at that point, the child.
Child started to walk. First time in life.
Lovely. So, as far as how did you get it? You are in touch with Dr. Masaru Emoto. How did you get in touch with him?
What I told you, such experience, I experienced, I think, 6 or 8 years ago. I had always pictured one day I like to get checked. Even my friends, some are Western doctors from Germany, they have been trying to do that. But it's the God created everything. This time in America, San Francisco, some group of people saw my abilities. They want doctor. It's a wonderful opportunity to learn. We like to invite you to teach us. Then I completed 50-hour teachings, showing them healing methods, how they can be a healer. Now we call them Children of Sun.
Children of the Sun.
Children of Sun.
Children of Sun.
With the wisdom of Ravos of Sri Lanka.
With the wisdom of
Ravos of Sri Lanka. Like here, Pharaohs.
pharaohs. Oh, pharaohs.
Rao of Sri Lanka.
Okay, I see.
Because who built pyramid? They are pharaohs or the pharaohs. Who built stupas? Raos. Like enlightened one. Raos mean son of the sun. Son of the sun mean when you develop your mind, you radiate more and more energy, opening your body chakra. Finally, you have all solar spectrum colors. And you see you are like a son of the sun because you have a solar spectrum around you. And there were people who eliminated totally their ego and gain highest wisdom. They call Ravos or the enlightened ones.
Okay. And now I don't know if you want to do a demonstration.
I love to do that.
Okay. So why don't we do the demonstration, if you would like.
That's my life.
Okay, and if there is anything else you want to add, you can talk about it before or after.
Yeah, because you told always, China, you did something, you told me, but I like to tell many my experience with highest success, creating miracle healing. Always I felt it's not me, someone else, because I felt unbelievable energy. With that I understand lack of enough mental development. Modern world, modern human beings have lost spiritual connection. Working with the pure heart, pure intention, with love and compassion, you connect with all divine beings and all divine powers are with you. Actually, my work I like to dedicate for all. It's not me. But I'm happy. I saw happiness of people who got free from their suffering. Because I had a compassion. Compassion means once suffering, pain, you feel like your own. That's a compassion. Compassion like a lens, like an eye. You see, you feel others' sufferings, others' pains. Love means you wish all the happiness for others. Loving heart means you love to see happiness of others. And what it needs to manifest that happiness happens. With that I like to summarize, if you can wish others happiness, good health, like you wish for yourself, it happens very easy method, very easy way, with the help of divine beings.
Very well. Very good. So let's do demonstration, and then perhaps perhaps I will ask you a few other questions, if you don't mind.
You told me if I forget something, the Mahastupa project, I know in the history one king has done such a project 28 times. Another king called Saddhatissa, who was a brother of king who built the stupa. He has done 19 years. Being a small person, I could do one time at the most important critical time.
Okay, you could do what?
I restore, renew
Restore
and color
the
wash the
stupa.
stupa. That means actually there are many divine beings. They protected such a important things. They try to communicate with the people who can receive the message. He get a goal, idea, wish. He receive also their support. When I was thinking, I saw as a big project, even sometime I could not think of that. After having started that, things goes very light, smooth, beautiful way.
Okay, so your success in restoring the stupa has extended to other parts of your life.
Exactly. Because actually, being a doctor and healer, I experienced manifesting healing. And I wanted to test with myself, can I gain also prosperity and other success what we need with our own mind power? Not only healing and good health, even we can achieve our goal with our own mind's power. That means our mind has a wisdom to help you to reach your own goal. With this experience, the Ayurveda means science of life. I have questioned what kind of life Ayurveda means. That means healthy, long life. Because being on this planet as a human being is so precious. It's a pity have a bad life with many problems, many sufferings, many diseases. We need a healthy, good life. Then question is, what do we need for healthy, long life? We need the inner joy. How we can get inner joy? Through our success. How we can gain success? Having a goal and following goal. Then actually Ayurveda science of life, I like to define goal-oriented life for successful life, for joyful life, for healthy long life.
Okay, so we are going to do a demonstration here.
I'll tell you how I do healing with the water. Normally I ask my patient, take a 4 liters of water, boil it down to 1 liter, leave it one night, let it to cool down slowly, put it to glass bottle, wrap up and bring that to me. And that's a method how person can prepare her own healing water to energize to me.
Okay.
And I like to ask you, can you pour some water here, like a up to here? That's actually fresh water bottle. Okay. Normally I ask my patients to keep this on left hand, right hand bring like this, bring your heart chakra, observe 7 breath. I let you do that. Actually what happens, all the information got absorbed. Your state of mind, physical states, cells, tissues, all the levels I can read the information. Then I understand the current situation of your life, state of body and mind. And I read the information. Because I like power of silence. In this method, I don't need to speak a lot with the patient, wasting a lot of time. I can use the time, every possible minute, to manifest healing. Then I energize it. Same time I transfer energy to the patient. I keep the patient, keep their hand special mudra. That mudra means you can make your both hands like this. And show your tongue. You can open hands again. And bring left thumb slowly to the middle point of right arm. Very slowly, yeah. Take a deep breath and massage like a with 2 circles. Right. And press it and take a deep breath. As deep as possible. Hold the breath as long as possible. Slowly release the breath. This is in Sri Lanka Rishi time method. Keep a left hand like this, a right hand open. A special mudra, you can receive the energy what I am going to transfer you. Keep close your eyes. Same energy what I am transferring, water can also absorb this information and energy. Bhavati Sammangalam Rakhantu Sampradevata Sabbadhammanubhavena Sabbadhammanubhavena Sabbasanghanubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Sadhu. Health is the highest gain. Contentment is the highest wealth. May you receive the best of health and all the happiness. You can take this glass in your hand like this. In your right hand, just let it. Close your eyes and observe 7. Breathe and feel how do you feel within water surface and land surface. After slowly bring down, very slowly. After bring up slowly once again. You can notice where you can feel energy clearly. Where you felt energy very clearly, you can keep the hand like this without moving. You can feel energy flows through your hand in a particular area where this all is. That's why I don't need scan. That's what I see. But with that example, I let my patient see. With that, they get enough trust. I let you do the test. Divine moment we are experiencing with Kerry in ancient Egypt, under the sky with the moonlight. Wonderful.
So bring this, my hand, to this level.
And observe 7 breathe. Keep it, close your eyes. Exactly. And I have heard most time they feel the energy between hand surface and water surface. Then you can keep concern, you feel the energy flows to the brain or to the heart. Some people need energy for the balancing energy who has a resistance, blockages, disorders or the disease. Then go to the brain, then brain get information, then brain produce special signals, then nerves bring this information from the brain to cells, tissues and correcting everything. Some people physically everything balanced, harmonized, wonderful. They need energy for heart, creating clarity, open and expand inner wisdom, then energy flows to the heart. Then what has happened, that's what you have experienced. I'm so happy. And actually some people who has a back pain, they feel energy go there. Some people have a kidney problem. And with that actually I don't like to say some things what I see, because normal people cannot check whether what I am telling is right or the wrong. That's why I use this method silently. You will feel what I see. You see there's a science. There's a power of silence. There's a power of silence. In power of silence, you can get a mind's wisdom, opening mind abilities and capacities, expanding capacity of self-healing, strengthening your own immune system, and in many, many more things, even extrasensory perception like clairvoyance, telepathy. Everything is there. Actually, we nourish our physical body through our food, but we don't nourish our mind. That's why many people become 18, become 25 years old, but our soul, our mind is still in embryo level. Nourishing our mind, we can develop our mind. Then it opens up many capacities and abilities.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abe.
I thank you too. And I wish all your clients, audience, all the best. And I like to say at the end, main wish of my work is open people's heart, giving this opportunity to experience, and that's what you can also achieve and do. I'm normal human beings. What I can do, you can also do. And health is highest gain. Contentment, inner happiness, inner joy is highest wealth. May a world affirm in oneness. Health as highest gain. Contentment as highest wealth. Awaken not of joy in our human people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.